What is up, guys, and welcome back to another day with the Auto Works. I promised you guys we were going to paint a muscle car, and here it is, guys. My dad's 1985 Chevrolet Camaro with a 383 all-carbureted Strucker motor. Now, it's a real fun car. My dad has had this for many, many years. I sat in this thing when I was 8 years old, and got to steer it. That's how long he's had it, and I don't know how long before that. So he's had it for at least 30 some odd years, and we even painted this thing back in 2005. So this paint job's 20 years old, and it's time for a refresh. So without further ado, I'm gonna walk you around the car, show you a little more of the condition and plans for it. Let's get into it. All right, guys, so all in all, this car is not in bad shape. As you can see, there's some chipping on the bumper, and for 20-year-old paint that's probably been waxed maybe once over that period, it's not too bad. This is a fiberglass hood. It's got some cracking and stuff like that on the corners, which is to be expected, and it's got a booger over here in this corner where this corner is actually chipped a little bit, so I might have to do a little bit of minor fiberglass work. Obviously, you can see the old paint right there, and we painted this. I can't remember the name of the color, but I talked them into putting a prismatic pearl flake over it. So it was real pretty when we did it. It was during the whole Fast and the Furious craze, so everybody was trying to do pearls and stuff for the first time and make stuff really pop, like House of Colors and stuff like that. And you know, it's got sun fade, it's got clear coat cracking here and there, it's got chips, some areas like that where everything was painted and done with. He got a new gas cap because something happened with the old one, and there's a primered area he fixed probably about 10 years ago, and it's got all the typical little cracking up there and just some faulty body work that needs to be revisited, and you can kind of see the pearl in it still. And then of course the sun's beat on it in other areas, but yeah, overall it's not in horrible shape. I mean, for the age of the car and just everything else overall, I mean, it could be a lot worse for a 20-year-old paint job. So, but yeah, so I guess the game plan with it is we got to start stripping it apart, start doing some sanding, kind of revisit some old body work, and just overall just trying to get it ready for paint. So I'm gonna set you guys up and let's start tearing into this thing, and I'll update you along the way. Alright guys, so fast forward about an hour or two later, and after taking every bolt off Chevy has ever put on a car. Man, why do they put so many bolts on this front end? Hey sweetie. Like I said, I've been pulling parts off left and right, guys. I got a whole stack over here of Camaro stuff, and they put like 20 bolts on. Let me look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many bolts do you need to hold up a front end? I mean, it's a bumper, it's plastic, it's not that big of a deal. And then back here, they weren't too bad, but I mean, they got hidden bolts everywhere, and it's just, now I see why Daddy didn't want to tear this whole thing apart the first time we did it. But you know, I just figured, hey, one, I wanted to see how it was put together, but the other thing is I just figured tear it apart and do it somewhat the right way, you know, get paint in every crevices so it don't chip. But anyways, this is the update, guys. I'm gonna get back on it. Still got to pull the mirrors off and some other little things, and then we'll start sanding. So yeah, we're getting there, moving right along. All right guys, so fast forward a little bit later. It's the next day. I just got the mirrors off, the gas cap, the shroud. Those mirrors were kind of tricky. You had to take the door panels and stuff off. Of course, you guys already probably seen the mountain of stuff I got off the front end and all that mess. But let me just kind of walk you around the car and let you kind of in on what I'm thinking going past all this. Alright guys, so quick little game plan rundown of what I think I'm going to be doing with this moving forward. The engine bay itself is not in horrible shape, as you can tell. The color he loves, so that's not an issue at all. He doesn't really want to change the color up too much. I know how he is. He loves this medium blue color. But I do want to put a spin on it. As you can see, I had to remove the door panels to get the mirrors out. They were pretty crazy because they're the old school style pull cord mirrors. But yeah, so overall, the game plan with this, guys, is we're just going to do a blend into the door jambs with everything. We're going to fix the bodywork as much as possible. Get it good again. Fix all the sun fading spots. Sand this whole thing down really good. And just give it a proper pearl paint job. Like I said, it is going to be a budget. This is a driver. This is not a show car. So Dad is not worried about it being ready for Barrett Jackson. He just, you know, a refresh is nice, obviously. So yeah, guys, that's kind of where I'm at with it. Obviously, we got a lot of sanding to do, a lot of little quick fixes, a little bit of body work here and there. So yeah, I'm going to just keep on rolling with it. I'm going to get into it. And let's get this thing ready for paint, guys. So let's keep moving. Alright guys, so it's a few hours later. I've been sanding on this thing. As you can tell, there's spots everywhere on it. And good news and bad news. Good news is the body is not that bad. Bad news is it does have some spots, some scratches, some imperfections, some places where the paint flaked and chipped off. But I think I'm going to be able to get by just running some glaze putty over the area and smoothing it out just so you don't feel it and so that it's flat. And yeah, so that's good news, but that also means everything as far as the body goes is sanded now. So we have to glaze putty it with the Dolphin glaze, sand that down, prime it, and then we go back and wet sand the whole car with 400, and the car itself will be ready for paint. And then I got the bumpers and everything else. So this is kind of where I'm going to stop for now. In the next video, I'm going to go ahead and do all the body work and everything, and we'll get this thing primed and paint it. So I hope you're liking this new project we got going on, guys. Camaro is pretty cool. It's a muscle car, and I got an awesome pearl paint job coming for it as well. So just bear with me. Like I said, I work full time and I do YouTube and I'm doing other spray outs as well. I'm trying to keep content flowing for you guys, but you can help me out big time by hitting that like, that share, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think of the car and just overall the channel in general. But I appreciate you guys for watching today. God bless. I'm John from Whitley Auto Works. I know all this is out of order, and I will see you guys on the next episode.